It must have been like a huge fumble over at NK Tower and somebody got like straight fire, but they're not like releasing all that stuff. And like someone just dropped the ball, right? And it took them this long to like find what was going on or see what was going on because there's just no explanation. By the power of Grayskull, they've finally done it. It has been forever long. Most of the Bloons community have grown up and have kids. I myself am a grandfather already, but we eventually got this update and it is much well anticipated and needed, and hopefully now this game will be what it needs to be. I'm excited. Firstly, it says, thank you for bearing with us. Once again, we'd like to apologize for the time this update is taken and want to reiterate that this length of time between patches will not be the norm going forward. I don't think we actually bared with, a few people bared with them, but most everybody just kind of gave up waiting for it because it was much needed to even make this game playable. But it's here. The first thing is the hotkey screen is now divided into categories for easier navigation. I was really hoping you could change the hotkeys, but no, you still can't change the hotkeys. They're just letting you know that they're there. All right. Well, I just really want to change my cell tower. I'm really not a big fan of hitting backspace and then jumping back to my keys to place the balloons and towers, but you know. Next is Tower Mastery and Hero Ward costs increased. So I don't remember what it was before, but I'm pretty sure they're talking about this right now. It's 30,000 XP for this and $200. Now, if I'm correct on that, and there's not a experience booster, I'm not exactly sure why that would be a thing. But let's just keep rolling here, guys. I'm going into this kind of biased. I'm a little bummed out about how the game was. So I'm trying to be swayed here into loving it. And not sure yet. Win streaks will give additional trophies. That's actually awesome because don't really need to explain that. It's just kind of awesome. Certain tiers of upgrades are now restricted in lower arenas. That'll make it newer or better for newer players. That's actually kind of cool. So you don't just get trampled on when the season resets or anything like that. The docks will no longer be in the ZOMG Superdome or Hall of Masters. That's amazing because I try to skip that map like the plague. It's way too long. If you're in the late game, that's the best map for you. But if you're not, then it's death. So it looks like they've increased a lot of the balloon count on certain specific rounds. I'm not that well versed in all of the rounds and what balloons actually came out, but it is increased. So I'm sure should make it pretty harder. The bad base health reduced from 14 to 12.5k, so the Dartling can take it out a little easier. Space pink eco is more, that's pretty good. And you get more eco from grouped purple. So when you do those dreaded purple rushes, you'll get more eco. Ultra Jug's a little cheaper and the crossbow master damage is a little more. That's pretty nice. The bionic boomer is cheaper, but the turbocharge is a little pricier. So it's almost a wash there by 50 bucks. They have increased Morglaves and Moab Press, which is kind of cool because those were getting used a lot as well. The bomb shooter, just the Moab Eliminator, but it still took me like a million assassins to take down a couple DDTs. So I'm not sure if that's going to be used that much. Nice. So the Ice Monkey, that was my go-to tower. It's my first mastery. Metal Freeze upgrade replaced with Cold Snap allows Ice Monkey to freeze and pop lead and camo balloons. That's pretty nice. Put down a sub to pop those white balloons. You know, you can kind of just rock this guy for a while. I'm going to upset some people. I'm just going to skip the glue gunner. I'm not a glue gunner guy. I'm not going to be using him. Tack shooter, I don't really use the Inferno Ring, but you guys may let me know below. So sniper, that was a big one. So they increased the supply drop by $400. And the cooldown is 20 seconds, initial cooldown. And they lowered the main Moab stun length by, it looks pretty significant. So that's kind of cool. And they raised the price of the elite sniper. But by that point, you've already milked the supply drops to death. So you're going to have more than enough money to offset that extra grand right there. Airburst darts is cheaper. Triple guns is cheaper, and armor piercing darts is cheaper. You know what that means, guys? My ice sub strat is going to be the strat, I promise you, because it was already kind of like, there was a little bit of a problem with it trying to get the eco in time and everything. But now that you can do that, I'm actually excited. I'm going to go straight into that strategy, and I think it should work out pretty well. And there's no cooldown for first strike. So if you don't mind like moving your hand on your keyboard all the way to the backspace to sell and then to buy it and to sell and to buy it, you could do that, and that's pretty cool. Ooh, Pirate Lord is no cooldown. So again, if you want to buy and to sell and the buy and the sell, which I personally love to do, but I just need to make the sell button on my right clicker on my mouse so I could go bloop, blop, bloop, blop, bloop, blop, and just go back and forth without having to like dance on my thing like I'm a pianist over here. Let me check that one more time. I have been known to make plenty of mistakes, and I could just be bashing this whole video just to find out that the hotkeys are actually changeable, and it's just me being dumb. Nope, nope, nope. Sell. Backspace, no. Right click. Okay, it's not just me, guys. I thought it was just me, and I thought I'm a big dummy, but that is not the case. Well, there's no denying I'm a big dummy, but in this case, I'm right, I think. So they're dropping the Flying Fortress price just like they are in BTD 6, and Sar Bomba And the other Bomba has no cooldown, which is cool. And it looks like they've actually buffed him a little bit. So for those of you who are like Monkey Ace fans, it looks like it's going to be a little bit stronger. I'm not sure who would ever go bottom path Chopper, but if you are into that kind of thing, they do unstoppable damage from summoned helis. And I don't know about you guys, but when I see all these 1 seconds to 7.5, it actually makes my head spin. I don't truly understand all of that stuff. Like, I get it if I look into it enough, but like when I just see it like this on a page, you're just like, and you just want to know the basics. Let's skip the mortar. How about that? The Dartling is what I've been waiting for here. Let's see. Base price is a little bit more expensive. Okay. Rocket Storm ability bonus damage for rockets, +5 to +4, and it lasts 8 seconds instead of 10. And the Mad, it goes from 450 to 500 and increased the missile size. So they made them a little bigger. That's cool because the little rockets weren't doing it. Ray of Doom, still too pricey. Okay, where is it? I thought they were gonna like nerf the Wall of Fire, but they didn't. They raised the damage on the Phoenix. Caltrops last 70 seconds instead of 25, or they went from 70 to 25. Have I been reading this backwards the whole time? Okay, Super Monkey knockback increased. Dark Knight price increased. Sun Avatar decreased. Okay, that's a huge bummer for me because my strategy consists of the sub. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze here. The sub, the ice, and the super. And the problem I was having is that once they dropped the Moabs from 18 to 17, I didn't have enough like damage to get them going in time. So now that it's even more money for like the, basic upgrades. Hey, wait, how come they could, after day one, they increased the XP rate and then they lowered the Moabs from 18 to 17, all these little updates. But we did this one for this one. This is insanity. Oh my gosh. It must have been like a huge fumble over at NK Tower and somebody got like straight fire, but they're not like releasing all that stuff. And like someone just dropped the ball, right? And it took them this long to like find what was going on or see what was going on because there's just no explanation for what took so long. Like you could have just done a couple hot fixes and it kind of changes. I'm just very confused. I would love to know what's going behind the scenes, but we don't really hear much from them about any of this stuff. So it's just kind of all up to speculation. And my speculation is that something crazy happened. Conspiracy level theories happened. A lot going on with Banana Farm if you're into that. I will eventually try to dive into Banana Farms, but for now I like to stick with the eco. It's farms, I guess, could be easier technically if we ever get monkey farmers. Do we have monkey farmers yet? Probably not, right? But I'm just a little lazy, so it's easier for me to hold down a button. Now, if it was back to the old days where you had to click the balloons to send them, then maybe I would go, Banana Farms. But for now, it's a lot easier to hold down a button. The only hard part about sending eco is that it switches on you and you have to find the key again. Other than that, not that big of a deal. Spike factor. I know like KK Gaming and Bulltricks abuse this like a BOGO at Chili's. So let's see if they've done any good or bad to their strat. We got the base spike duration is a little less. Spike Storm can no longer increase the pierce of emitted spike piles from activated abilities. Ooh, that's a bummer. So you can't alch buff a Spike Storm anymore. It's kind of lame. But they have made carpet of spikes bigger. But I don't know. Is that good or bad? I got to hear from the spike experts. No cooldown, initial cooldown for the Monkey Village. That could be pretty good in those late game. All this stuff really doesn't apply to me because I don't like going late game. Like I hate it so much. So I just try to go early game. But I guess if you're into that and you're going to go super late game, it's kind of cool that you can just keep selling and rebuying. Again, you got to dance your keyboard around and go backspace and click the button. I guess, or, you could just like have your thumb. I mean, it's probably not that crazy. I'm like over exaggerating because I have a big giant microphone in my face, but like you could just keep your like middle finger on backspace or whatever, right? Then you can just drag and backspace. But you know what? The cool people like myself want to go, like Q, bop, pew, bop, and just like hit buttons. They're not Q, 1 or 2, whatever the letters are. I don't even remember anymore. Quincy got a little bit of a time buff. Cyber Quincy as well. Oh yeah, they're different, huh? Gwendolyn's Pierce went up. That's kind of cool. Look at these bug fixes. Look at this. It's a novel on its own. It's like Wuthering Heights or Tale of Two Cities right here of bug fixes. This is just crazy to me. I feel like if Bloons was as big as, or has had as much like hype behind it as, let's say, like Cyberpunk or that New World game, and those had crazy issues, I feel like this one would have hit the news as well. Battles would have been there just for how much crazy stuff was happening in the initial release. So you guys can go through most of these your own. I'm just gonna read out the funny ones or the ones that were like personally made me a little bit sour on the game. Fix crash with fully upgraded Sun God. That's kind of funny. Fix multiple sticky bombs being able to land on single Moab class balloon. There you go. Fix sentries not spawning with the same targeting options they're engineered. That could cause some problems. A lot of little stuff here like fix hang when moving between different screens too. Like that stuff could be forgiving. Nobody really That's not the biggest deal in the world. Fixed towers appearing very tiny for some desktop users. That's hilarious. Fixed Gwendolyn and Science Gwendolyn's cocktails being extinguished by lead frozen DDT balloons. That's pretty game breaking. I don't remember hearing about that one. Fixed multiple 030 druids targeting all same balloon. I don't even remember half of these. I just dipped out before that happened. And let me know what you guys think below. I've been battling with myself on this one a lot as far as, am I a true fan because I didn't stick with the game when it was in its worst? Or are they not truly representing us as fans, given that they like cash grabbed out this game right before Christmas to try to catch up as much money as they can when it clearly wasn't ready to go? And so I've been kind of battling myself with that back and forth. I know I could be on the wrong. I'm not saying my opinions are right. They are my own opinions, but I feel like we should have been better taken care of as devoted Bloons people. Like, I'm more in my adult life and I use my free time to play this game and I love it to death. And well, BTD 6 anyway, or the whole franchise. I've played them all, but I just felt like totally robbed on this. Let me know what you guys think below. Here's the big one. Fixed 230 Dartling gunner applying laser shock to mini Bloons. I'm curious to see all the fanboys of the meta Dartling strat, what's gonna happen now that they can't sit there and just abuse the game for 6 months straight. Oh my gosh. I grew a beard and shaved it 6 different times waiting for this. This is finally here, guys. I'm excited. Fixed Alchemist only targeting towers closest to it, even if that tower was already under the effects. No joke. I don't remember that one. Druids couldn't hit Bloons that were too close to it. 100 Wizard Shimmer not detecting Bloons over. That's the whole point. This is the best one here. This is the best freaking one besides the Dartling. Opens wall of trees and Kraken being able to absorb bad Blues. Like what? How does that slip through? Fix some games ending immediately after they start. Who uses a non-QWERTY keyboard? That's weird. Fix Dartling Gunner's laser shock effect stacking with itself. And then fix engineers Bloon Trap and Owen's wall trees not filling up more from ramped up Moab class balloons. Oh my god, guys. I love this. I think this is amazing that it's finally here. You've already heard my complaints, my bias. I do feel bad for being so negative about it, but it's just some things in life. Yeah, I'm established in my life. I know what I want. I know what I like. I know what I dislike. And if I showed up to a job site, we fix homes and stuff. If I showed up to a job site and the plumber just left the pipe not hooked up and it's leaking everywhere, he'd have a boot a boot in his butt and he'd be out the door. So I expect the same from every aspect of life, and this game was just throwing at us, and it just... but that's my complaints. That's where I'm at with it. It's updated. I'm glad it's here. No more complaints as long as it's, we didn't trade one for the other. I'm hoping that we don't have another tower that's going to come here and just wreck everybody. But my hopes are that they did say, oh, shoot, we really screwed up. We're going to fix this. We're going to want the community to love us again. So we're going to do our best to make this okay. And that's kind of the goal here. So apparently I'm terrible. I'm in the White Wasteland, but I just want to see what it feels like to play again. Am I going to see a Dartling right off the bat? Am I going to see just total madness of crazy bugs and stuff like that? I don't think so, but I'm excited nonetheless. We can kind of make it a super quick one and play on bath salts. That could be kind of fun, but I don't really remember this one, but I'm okay with it. Let's just go. So I'm going to start with Quincy and probably get wrecked. Is it, I want it here, right? Yeah, right there. And afterwards, oh, he's starting with the heli. That's pretty cool. And then I'm going to come out with my ice guy like I always do right here. And this should be okay. I mean, I think. I'm just going to send out space balloons all the way until I get that money going. So he's already going to balloon boost in the beginning. I really don't know how I feel about that. And he's not sending me anything. So I guess I'll just keep chilling, just like my little guy says here. Now, to be honest, since my hiatus like a couple months ago, I've only played a couple of times and immediately regretted it. So I'm really excited to have this update because this was going to be my game, guys. I planned to play this every single day of my life when it came out. And then it just it's like when you were told on Christmas you're going to get a bicycle and you get like a pottery set. You know what I mean? That's what this game felt like. Like we were expecting like the world and then it's just like blah. And so that's just kind of how I felt, and I haven't played. But now that I'm back, I hope that it's just, awesome. I should probably place some more stuff down. I just got a little cocky there. I'm just talking, yapping. Okay, we're good. I don't think we're going to lose any lives on this. I do need to get that heat tip though. There we go. Okay, that was my bad. I'm just getting here a little bit yappy, but it's okay. He did place down a Dartling though. That's kind of cool. What's he thinking? Does he not know there's an update, or is he just expecting it just to be great regardless? I don't know. I mean, it was never a bad tower, right? It just wasn't it's just broken. Okay, I do need, if he knew that the white balloons were like my weakness, I could go down pretty quickly right here. So he's not really paying attention to my side, or he doesn't know that. I don't have triple guns up yet. So, okay, now we're okay to go. We can kind of defend whatever. But a second ago, I'd have been kind of wrecked. Does he have any weaknesses? No, he has a sniper, a couple helis. I think what I want to do is like what I always do, and I just kind of want to wait this one out. The goal is like, usually I decide if I'm going to go with my sub and submerge it and support all that kind of stuff, or to save up a little bit for like the yellow rush, which should be kind of cool. Because I think I could just kind of kill him with the yellow rush, right? Are they next or are they later? I don't even remember the rounds, guys. It's been too long. Okay, there they go. So I do have enough money. I'm just going to send a big fat yellow rush and just let it kind of do its thing. Wait for him to boost a little bit. Is he going to boost? Does he need to boost? I don't know. No, the Dartling's still it's still not a bad tower, but I'm still going to boost anyway because I do have a lot of money here. So I'm just going to try to make him, I don't know, pressure him, scare him a little bit, you know? There we go. He boosted. That's all we needed. And I got some more eco up, which is nice. But I do need to worry about this guy here. So we'll place it, how about like right there? That seems like a good spot for everybody. Everyone wins if with that spot. We'll go right there. We'll go all the way up there. We'll go here. We'll go like this. Did I underestimate? I did not. Cool, cool, cool. I'm tier 4 max. I mean, not that I was going to use that, but still, that's kind of a bummer. Send some zebras. So there's really not much that can like just take him out right now. But what I'm trying to do is I just would like to, oh, it doesn't have lead popping? Seriously, dude? Oh, okay. So all I have to do really is just wait for like double leads and we'll be okay. But he could also wreck me on round 12 if I just get a little too cocky. So I should probably place something down at least. How about like right here? I usually want him to be in range of this guy is the problem. That's what I'm a little scared about. Camo leads. How about camo leads? We'll do camo leads like this. That should be a win right there. There's no way he can take all that. He has no lead popping, really. He has no camo lead popping. Game over. Again, I'm in Winter Wonderland, so I wasn't expecting the end of the world there. But hey, at this rate, without me spending $5 on VIP, I'll have my Snow Angel in about 6 years for the next update. That should be enough to kill him. There's no way his Rocket Storm's going to take it now that it's fixed, and that's a game over. There we go. You know, as of yesterday, that Rocket Storm, or whatever you want to call it, that 4 middle path Dartling would have just destroyed that like $1 million region Rainbow Rush. But today is the day of days and we made it happen and I'm happy with it. And I'm so far happy with this update. Now, again, I'm in the lead dungeon. I don't know what's going to happen once I get up to the higher ones, but I'm excited to actually get there. I feel excited to play. And that is amazing to me.